Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Are you through your first can yet, by the way, Chill?
Sorry?
Are
Am
you
I
through?
through my first what?
Do you drink from cans or bottles? So how is this alcohol contained?
This Kilkenny is in cans.
Ah, cans. So how many cans have you had?
2.
Not bad. You are catching up.
Okay.
Although not by much. Because I've had 9.
Okay. Is it a race?
It is. It's,
9?
well, to be fair, I did get a fair start. Yes, it is 9.
It's not even noon here, man.
It's 18:39 here. The sun has gone down, so I feel absolutely no guilt whatsoever. But yeah, I think that's 9 measures thus far, which is not a bad start. But I've got to prepare. You know what? I've got to be ready because we're going to be seeing Destiny versus Huck in BM Monobattles coming in very shortly.
I gotta step my game up.
Yep, you better start chugging, man. Order yourself a beer bong from Amazon. Have it happen. I'm going to assume that chugging is happening in the background. However, Liquid versus the one and only Dignitas. It's one apiece. A sick, sick rush from Sheth, followed up by amazing micro from Bumblebee, who goes beast mode, annihilates Bling's mineral line, and a questionable decision to go. Are you all right back there? I'm kind of scared for Chill's safety at this stage. I'm not sure if this is wise. We shall see if the Canadian can hold his drink. Are you back yet?
I'm back.
Excellent. Was that one down?
I'm back and armed. No,
Excellent.
I poured myself a nice rye.
A rye?
A rye.
What the hell's a rye?
You don't know what rye is?
No.
It's like rum, but it's made out of rye.
Oh, so it's just rum then, made out of rye. Okay. I don't
Right.
refer to it as that. It's like, I'll have a nice, delicious pint of grain, please. It doesn't work so well. Kiwikaki just made an appearance in the lobby for no apparent reason, because hey, why not? I tell you, man, the stupid system is just flat out refusing to work. Alright. I'm trying to play musical chairs with these guys, and the Battle.net lobby's just like, you know what about if we switch things up a bit and put half the Dignitas guys on the Liquid team? That sounds reasonable. Oh, man. They're ready. We're ready. Let's make it happen. There we go. Countdown has now begun. The map will be Extinction. One of these guys is going to get extinct from this tournament. Yes. They're going to die. They will go the way of the dodo. Let's see if it's Liquid or Dignitas. We'll find out very shortly. You know, I remember... Did you know this? I was the first guy to ever cast the Starcraft II game in 4v4. Ever. On stream. That's a fact. That's history right there.
Are you sure?
Yeah, absolutely certain. Because the patch basically dropped while I was streaming. And we went right in and said, let's try 4v4. And it took us 5 attempts to load the map. Because it crashed every time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was crazy when it first came out.
Yeah, it really was. That was during beta, and it was just a mess. Tielo goes with Reapers. Good choice. Very good choice.
Especially on this map. This map is crazy for Reapers. Because there's just so much surface area. I've played a lot of 4v4s where I've gone only 5-Rax Reaper. It's still fantastic.
Oh, wow. Noni gets tanks again. Dream gets Hydras again. He can't be happy about that, but Noni's been doing fine with the tanks. Chef gets Broodlords, assuming he can stay alive. We'll have to see how that is. I mean, Broodlords versus Hydralisks only really tends to go one way, unless you get a really, really good catch on those Broodlords. Phoenix for Bumblebee.
Phoenixes. Phoenixes are another incredible unit on this map. You can mass them up. They control the skies, and they have the graviton beam. Very, very strong unit to mass.
Broodlords on both sides. Mers gets some as well. So Phoenixes are really bad against Broodlords. It takes them about 5 hours to kill a Broodlord, which is really awkward.
To be fair, Broodlords can't fire back, so I think
This is
they'll be
true.
alright.
Well, when we were doing the test stream for this, we had Broodlord versus Broodlord, which was the worst fight ever. It's like, as long as there's one broodling on the ground, they will launch broodlings. And as a response, the other guy launches broodlings. And they just kill each other forever. Forever. It's awful.
I don't think I've ever seen that. Broodlord versus Broodlord.
Yeah. Broodlord versus Broodlord is the worst fight ever. Alright, let's have a look at compositions, ladies and gentlemen. Let's find out what we've got here. Tank, Phoenix, Reaper, Broodlord for Team Liquid. So they have rush potential, and they've actually got a really nicely balanced comp here. Versus Broodlord, Thor, Hydra, Marauder. Actually, they're both pretty equal here, I feel. Except for the fact... The main problem... I don't know. The Thors are really bad against Broodlords. Unless, of course, we see the infamous... I don't know, were you watching the IEM FFA? Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
We saw a Thor toilet. And it was good.
Oh, really?
The Lord did grin. He did open his heavenly bowels and dump upon them Broodlords. He did. Those Thors ripped them to shreds. It was amazing. Whoa. Admittedly, they can't do that here, but Thor Hydralisk up against Broodlords, it's awkward one way or the other, because Hydras have to get into position and can die very fast to Broodlings. Thors don't really do a lot of damage to Broodlords either. But the combination of the two, maybe. We'll see. Air superiority, of course, in the hands of the Liquid team with the Phoenixes, but Phoenixes are also really bad against Broodlords, so we shall see.
Yeah, and I mean, Phoenixes and Reapers are both good against Hydras. The Hydras are just a good all-around unit. I think Liquid's gonna have to be scared of Marauders. I mean, Bling was already calling for just getting fed right off the start of the game. He's got, of all the units, he's got the strongest all-around early to mid-game unit, so they have to be a little bit wary of that.
Yeah, certainly. Reaper and Marauder. Interesting. Well, the Marauders can defend against the Reapers. The Reapers don't do a lot of damage, but then again, the Marauders don't do much damage to the Reapers either. Thankfully, Reapers are kind of squishy one way or the other. Mer's actually identifying where the Reapers will come in. These guys are thinking this out, man. They are not messing around.
And Bumblebee doing a gas steal, a double gas steal on Mers.
That's a really good thing to do. Bumblebee's actually stolen gas from Dream as well. This is a really good thing to do. That's fantastic. He's actually got a quad gas steal. He steals 4 gas. That's brilliant. And you can see it's caused all heaps of problems for them already. That was a really good strat here by Liquid. Very well executed. And in Monobattles, gas steal is really good. You've got to try and stop it. And if you don't, well, Mers is going to build Broodlords with no gas. Good luck, he can't even go to lair yet. And they can't feed him until the 5-minute mark. So he's either going to have to pull a lot of drones to kill that. And assimilators are awful to kill as well, because they've got the most HP of anything else. I mean, they are so crazy.
And you can see drones going to work on it for Dream. A lot of Dignitas players typing in chat that they need gas and that this is really affecting them. Mers isn't really too affected because he's got that natural up. He doesn't need any early gas. Mers, of course, getting the Broodlords, he's just going to be feeding once they get up to that 5-minute mark. But, you know, Bling hasn't really upped his production. If they're going to be feeding him, he needs to start dropping those barracks right now.
Yeah, he's
so
got
when he gets fed, he can just start churning it. Oh, there he goes. Dropping.
Third rack's coming down here, but let's have a look at... This is a case of trying to find him. So there's Noni, and there is TLO. Where's TLO's racks? Does TLO actually have any? Yeah, he's got 3 on the high ground, actually. I'm trying to find them
at the bottom
here.
right. On the island by the watchtower.
Oh, sneaky little bastard. He proxied them all. Triple proxy Reaper coming in, and good damage is going to happen. Yep. Bling's going to be pretty much responsible for getting rid of those Reapers, because good luck poking them. I mean, some damage being done here by Bling with those SCVs, but he's going to take a lot of punishment economically. And out comes the Marauder, and thankfully Concussive Shell is finished, so Bling can clean this up. But against an awful lot of Reapers, Marauders just don't do that much.
And for people who don't play 4v4 on this map, if you take a look at Bling's main base, as we've got a bit of lag there, right behind his SCVs, he's got this high ground. Reapers can sit up there, jump down, snipe, and then jump back up. And if you don't have vision in the form of an Overlord, it's extremely frustrating.
Oh yeah, no question about that. Bling's going to go 5 Rex Reaper here. He even uses supply drop in order to get that going. And at least you can mine there. This gas is still not being cleaned up on Bumblebee's base here. So Bumblebee's going to... Well, in fact, not sorry, Bumblebee. Mers, he doesn't really care, as you said, because he's mining gas from the bottom here. He'll need all 4 eventually, though.
Right. And Sheth, I'm surprised he got an expansion up. He's got no real defense. I guess they're just assuming that the Reapers are going to be able to do it. And here's TLO coming in with a few Reapers. Marauders are coming. They do have those concussive shells and a Queen coming in to flank from Mers. TLO is running out of real estate to get out. And he does get tagged by one of the Marauders, so that's going to go down. Now he can move in, start sniping drones.
Really
and,
good defense.
Every drone kill is going to add up, but he's out of space.
Yeah, Bling's defended that really, really well, and the Marauders are at a significant level now where it doesn't really matter. But, of course, he is going Nitro Pack, and that's going to make things interesting. Also going for +1 as well. Sheth's just going to build a lot of static defense here to hold up while he starts to build Broodlords. He does have that expansion up. He's mining from 4 gas at the moment, so that's a really good start for the Liquid team here as well. But they're now going to have to deal with Bling's big Marauder counterattack. And these spines are not up in time. This is going to hurt.
Oh, this is scary. Sheth has nothing. He's got 2 spines, 2 more in the making. Actually, there is a tank on the lower ground. Phoenix is able to pick up Marauders, but Phoenixes do nothing against Marauders.
It takes a while.
So long to deal with that. And it looks like Bling is smart, running away from the siege tank, trying to do damage. Reaper's running into the main base of Bling while he's microing. He's going to lose every SCV. Mers is not happy about that.
He got gutted there.
Calling for the share control, but it's too late.
Oh, Noni gets caught out of position by Bling's Marauders here. He ends up losing a tank, trying to engage with the second one. Sheth actually got out of there pretty much intact because Noni got a siege tank deployed there. Yeah, nicely done there by Liquid, and Bumblebee holds that down really well. These Reapers from TLO are just smashing their way through everything. Hydra's ripped them to pieces, though, and the Thor comes out as well now, finally, from Dignitas Bishu, so the Marauders don't really matter now. There's just so many Hydras that the Reapers are going to die anyway. He doesn't even just keep the Marauders in for defense, and Phoenix is now moving out for Bumblebee to try and do some more damage, and BM is on the way right here from Bling.
Well, Bumblebee should have just stayed and killed all those Overlords. I don't know why he didn't. Looks like they're really focusing on Bling. Thor coming in. If a Thor gets a shot...
Don't stand there!
Thor's just walking.
Oh,
just
God. Oh, that could have hurt so much. It really could. Oh, he's flown over a bunch of Hydralisks. Not where you want to be! No, Bumblebee, get out! Oh.
Bumblebee's trying to get back to defend this. Looks like Bling is just going to run up, crush his cannon, move it in the main base. But there's enough Phoenixes now that Bumblebee should be able to defend this easily. He shouldn't be lifting up so many. He can lift up a few so he can damage them.
Yeah, he can barely do anything to them. The tank from Noni's coming in right now as well to deploy to do some damage here. We've got, I think, more Reaper action was going on in Mercer's base. That's been dealt with. Hydralisk now moving out for Dream. Really needs to start spreading creep in a major way. He is doing so over here. It's like, Bling, wait for me! Like, no, Bling wants to go in and do damage. Bumblebee holds that quite nicely and doesn't lose all that much in the process. We can look at unit count, and Bumblebee, I don't know, he's on 19 probes. He can get himself back up, but really he's doing triple Stargate on one base, which he really needs to expand if possible.
Sheth has that layer completed. The Hive is about 75% on the way, so he's actually getting close to his goal of getting the Broodlords out. Meanwhile, in the main base of Mers is on hatchery tech, so apparently he's just going bank mode, feeding his other allies, not actually going to get up to those Broodlords. And look at the amount of Phoenixes that Bumblebee has. Phoenixes actually crush Hydras, like, so bad.
They do, they
you would
really,
think Hydras
really do.
are the counter,
no.
But Phoenix just shred them apart, and here goes Bumblebee. Gonna be able to lift everything up here and crush it all.
Fun times right here. Yeah, you can just do it. I mean, Hydras die so fast to Phoenixes because they get plus against light, so things are nice there. We've got another push here from Bling, and it's supported now by Thors as well, so this is unpleasant, but he is going up against Noni's tanks. They're in a really good position here. Thors try to chew their way through, and they do a good job, but Bishu not able to get that back in time. Here comes Dignitas' Hydras as well. The tanks are now down, but there's still 2 behind a wall of spines here, and this Bumblebee force is doing so much damage as well.
And here comes the complaining. But yeah, they actually pulled off. Reapers actually do very well against Hydras as well, so I feel bad for Dream. Like, he's countered by every unit out on the map. Hydra's really just a bad luck to get them in this composition. Bling has lost all his SCVs. There's a Reaper there with 5 kills, cleaning everything up. Mers saying Hydra's the worst ever, and I would tend to agree. Without support, as I mentioned, they just get countered by everything. And Noni, with these tanks, is able to just set in a defensive stance that Dignitas haven't been able to break through.
Yep, the Thors are now trying to smash their way through. I don't know, man. Dignitas is doing a lot of damage, but the GG is coming in here kind of surprised that they GG'd because they did at least have a couple of Thors, and there wasn't really a good answer to that, and Phoenix just don't do anything there, but there you go. It looks like Dignitas is going out. We've got GG for both of theirs. A great pick up there by Bumblebee, who was coming to his own, and quite frankly, I don't know, man. Do you need a new Protoss for your team?
MVP. MVP Bumblebee.
Oh, yeah, man. It's good. It's very good.
The GGOs, and that's going to be it.
Liquid advances. Dignitas is out of the Pro Monobattles tournament. The dice did not favor them today, man. It simply didn't happen. And that, as they say, is that. Dignitas is out. Chef is the hero of doing absolutely nothing. He was still building his greatest spire in the process.
He was bait, man. He was bait. Like, oh, I'm so weak. Just come kill me.
I love it. Liquid advances. They're going to fight the loser of EG versus Quantic that is coming up after this. And that's going to be a good one.
Who do you take in that matchup? If you're a betting man, which I do.
I think, like, BM-wise, Destiny is a good match for Huck, but we could see...
I think Huck will take him in the BM.
You think so? Yeah, Machine's kind of really quiet, which... Demuslim, I don't know, Demuslim's really mana, as far as I can see, most of the time anyway. Except when he's drinking, and you can't really punch people in Monobattles and get into bar fights, so I don't know if Demu will really contribute to that, but I don't know, I expect a big surge. This is going to be LZ Gamer's time to break out some serious insults, and it's going to cause a lot of problems there for Quantic. I'm not sure they can really deal with it.
But you know, your team is only as BM as its most BM member, so, you know, having Huck on EG is huge for EG.
That's definitely a really good advantage there for Huck, but you've got to bear in mind the tiredness. Does that make Huck more irritable, or does it make him more passive?
From what I've seen so far, he seems extremely irritated, so that bodes well for EG's BM.
That's true. He definitely is pissed off at this stage, so it may be that he is able to channel that, or he may just fall off. I mean, the longer this tournament goes on, the potentially weaker the BM could get, but we don't know. This is the first time this has happened. This is experimentation. This is motherfucking science right here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with EG versus Quantic.